Hello and welcome to another Union Arena video. This is Right TCG, and Exburst just updated their information, their card list with the red Code Geass. Well, actually with all Code Geass cards, but for today we will be looking at just the red Code Geass cards. Mostly because I wanted to make a deck surrounding pizza. Because, I mean, who doesn't like pizza? Right, that's kind of like the main focus is pizza and Sichu. We also have a little bit of Lelouch here, but we will go over this. Now, the idea of this deck, right, is that you want to focus on the delivery pizza and the giant pizza, right? Both of these cards, on their own, they're not too bad, right? Draw a card, draw a card, then place one card from your hand into your sideline, choose one of your AP cards, and switch to active. Like I said, it's a free card draw. One action point, free card draw. Not even, because you get the action point back. Then Giant Pizza, plus 1,000. And again, switches AP to active. So again, these are typically free cards that can go into your sideline relatively easily. The reason we want to focus on these is because of C2. C2 is fantastic. C2 is 4 energy, 2 action points. Character card. This character gains all abilities listed below if you have the required number of pizza affinity cards in your sideline. If you have 2 or more, you play this card set to active. That means she comes right in, ready to go, ready to attack. If there's 4 or more, she gets impact. If there's 6 or more, then she gains 1,000 BP and double attack. So if you have 6 of those pizza cards, which you can just play whenever you have them in your sideline, she can come into play, active, with impact and double attack, which is amazing. 2 action points is a lot, but we have a lot of cards that refresh an action point that can help us combo into this. So it's not too bad. It's not as bad as you might think it is. Now, we also have this other Sicho. 3 energy, 1 action point. With the description, if you have 1 or more delivery pizza, this character gains 500 BP. If you have 1 or more giant pizza cards in your sideline, this character gains 500 BP. So if you have both of them, this is a 4,000 BP character card with 2 energy, 1 action points, and 3 energy requires to bring them out, which is pretty good. You can get this card out relatively quickly, and that's on your opponent's turn as well. So you have a 4K for relatively cheap. So that's kind of the foundation of the deck. We also have this Ganymede raid card, which can raid on top of any Ashford Academy student. It has Step, which is fantastic with 2 energy, and it has, when played, look at the top 7 cards of your deck for a pizza affinity card. Again, helping us to cycle through our deck. I built this deck to draw fast, look for pizza cards, and look for the cards that we do need. So, as usual, I like to run 12 zero-cost cards. The ones that I am using are Sichu, draw a card, and sideline a card. Great for just starching cards out. Lelouch Lamperouge, I will tell you why in a minute. And then Shirley as well. This card, I was a late addition into the deck list. I'm adding her in for the raid card, which we will go over momentarily. Shirley's also great for giving us a little bit of bonus energy, but I'm still indifferent if I want to keep the Shirley package in, but for now it's kind of the test that seems to be pretty good on paper so far that I'm looking to expand upon. So, these are 3 zero-cost cards that we run to help us start the game and get some energy flowing. We covered Sichu, we covered Ganymede, Lelouch Lamperouge. 3 energy, 1 action point with the color trigger. We love having 4 color, 4 special, and 4 final, so this is an auto add. Not to mention, it also looks for a pizza affinity card. The only drawback to Lelouch is you can sideline a card that you might need. Not sideline, you can bottom deck a card that you might need. For example, if you run into, say, I don't know, your C-Choose, or even Lelouch himself, right to the bottom deck. That's a little bit of a drawback, so there might be room for taking out 2 of them for something else. But for the time being, this feels like something that can be pretty consistent for the general idea, the general package of just hunting pizza cards down. Moving right along, we have Shirley Finette. This character, I feel is a lot better than people are giving her credit for, but I'm not quite sure yet. I need further testing on that. But even if we don't run any Shirley cards, we can still use her activate main every turn, which is draw a card and place one card from your hand into your sideline. She might be used without even needing to use the raid effect, similar to how people are playing Purple Bleach right now. Something to give some thought to. Now, when you do raid with her, you do get to add one red event card from your sideline to your hand. I'm adding the 0 cost Shirley in here just for that, because I want to mess around about using a pizza again, most notably just being able to draw a card, get something plus 1,000, or getting one of these really impactful cards back, 2 AP cards back, and being able to KO someone could be very beneficial. So I have 2 in. It's an experiment. If anything, this will go up to 4 and this down to 2. Well, we would have to replace something else, but it's this down to 2, sorry. So we'll have to see. The C2, we had already covered, and this Lelouch just feels like a pretty good high end that doesn't cost too much. I mean, 5 energy is quite a lot, but we have a lot of cards to give us 2 energy. He also has the ability, if you raid with him, when played, choose up to one character with 2,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line and sideline it. If you have 4 or more event cards, then that goes up to 4,000 instead, which we will have plenty of event cards in our sideline, so it feels like just another chess game. It just feels like, okay, late game I can drop him down, I get an attacker, and I can be able to just KO something. Doesn't have impact, but that's fine. We're focusing on C2, but Lelouch can come in just as a big body on the field. That's kind of the main strat. Some cards that you can add in and mess around with. Arthur could be good, just as a 0 cost card. Nullify impact can be very game changing, especially the late game. Just being able to stall for 1 extra turn. Other than that, you can run a Billy. Sorry, not that one. This one. 1 cost, 1 energy, 1 action cost. Draw a card and place a card just to help search for different things. The other one would be this one. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Place 1 red event card if you really want to hunt down the red events. But I feel like Lelouch kind of does that, and we can raid on top of Lelouch, so that's why I'm running him. I did have 2 of her in, 2 of the Nullity cards in just for the energy generation, but I feel like we have a lot of 2 energy cost cards that this isn't really necessarily needed right now. School Festival, just, you can. I don't know in this particular build if I want this. It's pretty, it helps us find the student cards. It helps us find, like, C-Choose, Lelouch. It seems really good. That's the thing. I just don't have a place right now to squeeze it in. Right? If I truly wanted to maximize, if you really want to maximize the pizza gameplay, you could just take out this card. Take out the Shirley and just focus on hunting C2 down. Add 2 of these in, add 4 of these in, and you can just focus on hunting C2 down. But I have a little bit of, we say, copium, so I believe in this card. Other than that, Suzaku's kind of fun, kind of cute. Just for flooding the board. Has potential, honestly. Can replace Chu Lelouch with Chu Suzaku. Could be fun. The problem is, True Less require energy, 1 AP from your hands resting. The problem with this card mostly is that, like, True Less require energy really sets it back. Because C2 is 3, Shirley's 3, right? Lelouch's 3, Garyman's 3. You're really only getting 1 small extra card. So it's not something I feel super strong about. Nunnally could be used if you want a combo with Lelouch, but not something I feel super strong about either. And that's pretty much some of the other considerations I'd make. So that's the first draft of the deck that I'll be making and testing out. I will also be going to Bandai Card Fest, so I haven't decided what deck I'll be playing there yet. Right now, I am having a lot of fun with some of the JJK decks, but we will go ahead and test out some Geass, see how the meta changes, and go from there. As always, we thank Exburst for having this all laid out for us. I'm going to look at some of the other colors and get a deck list out for them as soon as I can. But we also, if anybody wants to take a look at the deck list, you can just go to Exburst and type in my name, and you can find all of my deck lists on there. I have a bunch that I've made over time. Some of them I have to take out because they're a little bit outdated, but the Code Geass ones and the JJK ones are my most recent list, and those are all up to date. So thanks for stopping by. Best of luck, and take care.